Hey guys, it's Brooke with your drop a jean size yoga workout. So the goal of our workout is to stretch out the sore leg and low back muscles. These workouts are killer on the legs and on the booty and on the low back for me, just because everything else down here is tight and it's all connected. So the goal of the workout is to just kind of stretch everything out and to get you ready for our next drop a jean size workout for the week. So just a couple things to remember. Remember that before you want to do these workouts, you want to be warmed up somehow. So it could be after one of the weekly workouts, after a leisurely walk, after your sprints, chasing around after your kids, whatever, warms your body up. You just don't want to do this, get up from sitting on the couch and come do it. You want your muscles to have been active somehow. It doesn't have to be really strenuous, but you want everything to be kind of loose. You can also do sun salutations to warm up, really anything you want. So to start our workout, the first thing that we're going to start with, just to make sure those leg muscles are really nice and loose, is a dynamic chair pose. So I'm going to show it to you from the side. You just want your feet hips width apart or maybe a little bit more narrow, whatever feels good to you. And you're going to bend at the knees, sit the hips and butt back. And you can sweep your hands along the mat if you'd like to get the right depth, and just come into a chair pose. Like you're sitting back into a chair. If this is a lot on your low back, you can always bring your hands to heart center. And we're just going to fold over the legs, sweeping the arms back, and on the inhale, come right back up. So exhale, folding over, sweeping the arms back, and inhale, coming right back up. And you want to do that about 5 or 10 times, just until you really feel your body get warm. Then from there, you want to step the width of your mat. You want to make sure your feet are parallel. And we're going to come into a wide leg forward fold. So we got the wide legged part. You want to bend your knees slightly. You don't want to lock out your knees here. Bring your arms out to the sides. Inhale, grow your spine nice and tall. And exhale, just fold forward, keeping a flat back. You're just hinging right at your hips. And then once you reach parallel to the ground or lower, you can just release. And you just want to get as low as you can here. Keep your head in line with your spine and just kind of hang out. If you need to come back up, if you feel like you're getting dizzy, you can always use your hands to kind of prop yourself back up and then release again if you need to. We're going to bring the arms out to parallel and hinge back up. And then while we're here, we're going to go back down, but this time we're going to add a twist, and that's going to get right into that low back. So we're going to inhale, draw up nice and tall, and exhale, fold just like we did before. So now the twist, to be looking at the right side of my body, I'm going to put my left hand right under my face, or a fist, and then I'm just going to open my body so that I'm gazing to the right side. You can spin your arm up if you'd like. If you need some help hinging up, you can kind of use your thigh to sort of help spin you around. And exhale, release to the center. And then we'll go to the other side. So right hand or right fist comes under the face. And then we're going to open to the left side of the body. Again, using that hand against the thigh gently, making sure the knees stay bent. We're not locking out the knees here. And inhaling, exhale back to center. We'll inhale, come back up, and we're going to go right into triangle pose. So we're going to take the front foot and rotate it to the toes are facing the short end of the mat. And I'm going to take my back foot between a 45-degree angle and a 90-degree angle. So whatever feels comfortable to you here. Arms out, parallel to the ground. And I'm going to take my front hand and act like somebody is pulling on my body from there. And then once I get as far forward as I can, I'm going to rotate through the shoulders and come into triangle pose. So just gazing up at the ceiling or my fingertips. You really want to open up your chest here to the wall, to the side. Okay, we don't want to be hinging over. Really try to open up your chest. My hand is just kind of resting on my calf. My knee is slightly bent. And just really getting that nice openness. It's stretching through the hamstring. A nice little rotation here. So we're going to use the top fingertips to pull us back up. We'll rotate the front foot in. It's going to become the back foot becomes the front foot. And we're gonna hinge. Someone's pulling my other fingertips now, and just come into triangle on the other side. So again, letting that bottom hand just rest on the calf. We don't want it to rest on the knee. So you want it to either be on the thigh or the calf. You can go all the way to the floor, but that's kind of tough. I like having the calf here to really use to spin my chest open. So use those top fingertips to pull me back up. From there, we're going to come into a standing quad stretch or dancer's pose. So just showing you from the side, standing quad stretch. I'm going to balance on my left leg first, kick my right foot behind me. I can grab for it with 2 hands and just get a really nice stretch, really pushing the top of the foot into my hands. That's going to help get into that hip. Release with control. Or if I want to go, and I'll show you this with the other side, if I want to go into a full-on dancer's pose, I can still get that quad stretch. My right leg is balancing, my left leg is up, so I'm going to take my left hand and move it to the inside of my left foot, and then start to kick that foot into the hand, and start to bring my right arm out. My balance is a little bit worse on this side than it is on my other side, but here's kind of a full version. Again, don't push it. This is to stretch out your quads. If I do this right after my workout, my quad is not going that far back. So do what your body tells you is right. So once you stretch each quad muscle, however you want to do it, we want to go to a standing hip opener. So I'm going to be balancing on my left leg. I'm going to cross my right leg over the left thigh, bending the left knee. It's kind of like a figure 4 stretch if you've ever done that before. And I'm really just going to sit down into this. You can bring hands to prayer. I've seen some people use their hands to kind of gently push on the thigh muscle. But again, this is going to open up the hip, both the inside and the outside. And we want to do that on both sides, just to loosen those tight hips. So once you've done that on both sides, we're going to move to seated. There's 2 poses that are actually on the mat. First one is just a seated forward fold. It does not matter if you can touch your toes. So we want to extend the legs out in front, feet flexed, toes pointing toward the ceiling. To get a nice long stretch here, we're going to inhale and bring the arms up and really sit up nice and tall, extend through the spine. And exhale, you want to keep that length and fold forward. Okay? If you don't reach your toes, that's okay. I have freakishly long arms, so I get there pretty quickly. But just let the hands rest on the calves if you can, or the ankles, and use that momentum to just gently walk yourself forward. You don't want to round over and hunch over. You want to keep a nice tall spine and really fold forward. That's going to get into those hamstrings. So we want to come back up from that. And then the last stretch that we want to do is child's pose. Just really release that low back and kind of get a sense of calm before we go back into our busy day. So sitting on your knees, again, sitting up nice and tall. We'll inhale, extend the arms up, and exhale, folding forward. Nice long spine here, fingertips reaching for the front of the mat, bottom reaching for the toes. And just let your head hang between your arms and relax. And as you're ready, just walk your hands back up to your legs and slowly sit up. And that's your BeyondFit yoga workout for January. Just go through as many rounds of that as you can in 20 minutes, or whatever you need to feel stretched out, whether it's more or less, or you can change the order depending on what you need. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you again in February. Thanks.